Listen up here. The restaurant industry is grueling and unpredictable, just like this show, from the front of the house to the back of the house and all in between. We will turn up the heat, you turn up the volume. I'm Chef Antonio Caruana. Welcome to the Tell All Podcast, The Burnt Hands Perspective.
This podcast contains explicit and potentially offensive material. You've been warned. Now buckle up, bitches. Let's go. We are ready. This is going to be a fun one. We have never done an AMA or Ask Me Anything.
Right.
Yeah, AMA is Ask Me Anything. So in the social media world, a lot of people do these where you submit your questions and we just randomly answer them. So we got a lot of questions. We're going to try and get through all of them. But we've never done this. So it's technically Ask Us Anything, not Ask Me Anything.
Sure.
So AUA.
Right. So it's Ask Us Anything, which is cool because we actually put it out for a lot of people, and I can't believe I'm actually humbled on how much response we got. It was really cool.
It's really cool.
So we got a lot of questions that came in, and they're pertaining to everything from ass and titties to cooking to recipes to how do I deal with this, that, and the other.
Customer service, being a bar customer.
Yep.
Like we got everything we uncovered today. So
right.
This is actually exciting for us because we don't get to do this.
Yeah,
and
I don't even know if I can answer some of the questions. I might not just know.
We're coming to the end of the first year of the podcast, so this is appropriate timing, I think, because people haven't really gotten to ask us anything. So we're gonna let you start with yours, and we're going to start with some because we had it on Facebook and Instagram. So we have them all pulled up. We're going to just go through them randomly. So right. I will let you start on your page, and then we'll switch to this one, which has the more scandalous questions.
All right, so we'll start on mine. So do you want to read them or you want me to read them? I'll let you read them.
Oh, you want me to read them to you?
Yep.
Since they're pertaining to you?
Let's talk about who they are, and let's go down the list. And let's see. If we have some redundant questions, I'll answer one, and then we'll pass because I've already answered it type of thing. Okay?
All right, so this is a good one. Can you share a particularly challenging experience you faced while training or early in your kitchen career?
Who's that from?
This is from Alexis.
Okay.
So Chef Alex. So we'll start with that one. She has 3, so we'll bang through these real quick.
It's not Chef. It's a different one.
Oh, it's a different one. Okay. All right. So can you share a particularly challenging experience you faced while training or early in your kitchen career?
Wow. My God. You know, it was so long ago when I had an early kitchen career that everything I've done since then has been so crazy. So again, she's asking me if I had anything back in the day that went crazy.
Challenging. What was your most challenging thing when you were early in your career?
Trying to advance.
Okay.
Trying to advance was the most challenging thing I had to do when I was young because no matter how good you did or how hard you worked in the chef world, it's hard to advance because there's a difference between someone falling out where you can fill in their spot.
Yeah.
That's the biggest problem.
Okay.
Number 2 is when you work hard, a lot of chefs and owners take advantage of that, and they want to keep you there.
Burn you, yeah.
So instead of advancing, it was really challenging leaving from one station to the next because if you perfect one station, nobody wants to take it off. It's hard.
They keep you there.
And I understand that now as an owner. It's when you have someone really good at a station, the biggest challenge is coming off of that and going somewhere else for the owner or the chef because you're so good at it.
Okay.
So one of my biggest challenges growing in the chef world was advancing up in the ranks.
Okay, all right. What ingredient do you feel is overused in modern cooking?
Wow, that's a good one. I didn't look at these questions, by the way, before, so I don't have much study time. I wanted to be real and right up front. The most overused cooking ingredient right now. Man, that's a good one because I'm only speaking about Italian food. I haven't really seen what's going on.
What one do you think that people even think is overrated that everybody puts in things?
I think truffle.
Yeah, I was going to say truffle.
Truffle is something that's...
I love truffle, though.
Truffle is amazing when you have a white Alba truffle.
Yes.
And you shave that bitch.
Yeah,
that's good.
I love truffle.
Now, all the other truffle-infused things is totally overused. A lot of it's fake.
It's not real truffle.
Yes.
Okay, so I
there's
agree
a
with
huge
that
difference between me loving truffle and using it on everything.
Yeah.
Shaving, or truffle-infused everything else.
Everything. Okay. All right. That's a good one. If you can make one request to every guest who dines with you, what would it be?
One request to be patient.
Okay. That's
Understand, read the room.
Yep.
And be patient.
Okay.
Understand where you're at, understand what you want, and understand that this may not be the place or wherever you are may not be the place that you want. So don't blame them.
Okay. All right. It's from Lori. All right. How does a person who works with so much yummy food find discipline to maintain a healthy physique?
That's something that's in you. So the glory of that question is I have the ability to make very delicious things that are healthy, where most people couldn't get that same savory or umami flavor out of food, but I have the skill and the accessibility to make healthy food taste really fucking good.
Okay.
So it's a matter of and it's also a matter of what you give a shit about yourself. You know, I'm in my 50s now, so you have to kind of live. You're either going to give into that or you're going to try and combat that. And that's where you're at.
Okay. All right. With so many demands on your time, how do you carve out enough time to actually work out? So this is a good one because
it's hard.
It's really hard.
It's very
to
hard.
do.
So it's really hard.
Your schedule's so weird because it's late.
Right. Working out consistently, like most people who get up at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
Lori actually is one of these people. She goes, I know her. She goes to the gym 4 o'clock religiously every morning. And
job,
I know this
Lori.
because I watch her post. She posts, you know,
Yeah.
she's one of those people. So good job on that. I can't do that because at 4 a.m. I'm just winding down from my body's in REM or something at that point.
Yeah, you're not.
So it's hard for me, depending on my schedule as a business owner and everything, it's really hard to consistently have a workout plan. You're doing a lot of body stuff in your own house. You're going to the gym way less than you normally should, but you get there. So the bottom line is you just have to make the time.
Okay. All right. This is from Susan. So this is one we can both answer because we've actually had this discussion. If you were on death row, what would your last meal be?
My death row meal would be a Sunday ragu, meaning slow braised pork, slow braised sausage, the beef, everything. Even throw a braciole in there, maybe a meatball. Slow cooked tomato sauce with pacchetti or rigatoni pasta. Beautiful pecorino romano locatelli. That would be my last death meal without a question.
Okay. All right. So mine
What's yours?
is the best steak you can get on the
That's
planet with lobster drenched in butter and mashed potatoes. That is my ultimate meal, and I honestly, I eat that meal a lot.
Yeah, that's good.
But that's a good
one. That's nothing.
I eat on a regular.
If I had to die with that, I wouldn't be mad.
I would not be mad.
I wouldn't be mad
so
at
that
it.
would be probably.
I would be asking where the pasta is, but hey.
Well, I was not raised that Italian. I was
No,
raised
but that's
Midwest.
a great last meal, though. Are you kidding me?
It's still a good last meal.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Susan. All right. So this is from Daniel. So what's up, bro? The question is, what did you do when COVID was here? Did you have to shut all the way down for a few months? How did you handle that?
No, COVID was a bitch, man, as we know. I mean, we hear that word and it's like, fuck. But I'm going to tell you, the restaurant industry, I felt really slighted. I felt attacked. I felt persecuted.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They put you in
it was
purgatory.
horrible because you're watching the rest of the world kind of maneuver, but the restaurants and bars, we got hit like it was meant to be.
Yeah.
Like it was to me at the
Like it
time,
didn't matter.
it felt like they were just trying to eliminate restaurant life, period, from the world. And we had absolutely zero. We had nothing. Luckily, we had stuff in place to get some sort of funding. We got just like everybody else did in business.
Yeah.
But I think the restaurant industry took the biggest hit. There was places that were open for decades that closed down because we couldn't just make it through. So I just did the best I could. I went down to a very bare minimal, and I followed any guideline they gave me an opportunity to at least sell something. Yeah. I went to the best part of doing it. If they said you could have curbside service, well, I made a damn festival out of it. Yeah. If they said we had to have 6 feet apart, well, I made it 6 feet between you was cool, and I did. I took advantage of any time they said there was a new rule. Instead of succumbing to it and closing down and getting mad at it, I just made the best of it because people still wanted to do it. Yeah. So if they gave me an opportunity to do it, I took advantage of it. We put our partitions up. We made it fun. I had the lines. We did reservations for people carrying. I did anything I possibly could based on whatever little shit they gave us to try and survive on. Yeah. I just capitalized on and said, I got to do this. And
you guys did a great job with it.
So it worked out well.
All right, William. All right, why are you hating on biscuits and gravy, man?
Biscuits and gravy sucks. Let me tell you something. This ain't the Civil War. All right?
Why do you hate them so much, though?
Why do I hate them? Because let me get to this point. This ain't Dunkirk. You know what I mean? I didn't just save a bunch of people in World War II and we're eating on the ship. Look, biscuits and gravy to me is the most ridiculous gluttony on the planet. It's a biscuit that's just you're just spitting it out. Biscuit. The gravy is just fucking flour and cream. It's the sausage in it makes you burp all day. I'm not down for it, man. And you sit down and eat that damn thing in the morning. I can't understand it. I don't like it. It tastes like shit. I don't like biscuits and gravy. We're not in the trenches. Like I said, that's something you eat during a famine.
So all right.
Yeah, no
no to
biscuits
biscuits and gravy.
Let's
All
move
right,
on.
sorry, William.
It's
All right,
sick, William.
Sergio, why do you think gnocchi isn't more popular in the U.S.?
That's a good question because it's really not all that popular in Italy either. In certain regions, it is at certain times a year.
Yeah.
But it's not this big ongoing thing where people are just going crazy for gnocchi.
Okay.
It's filling.
I love it.
It wasn't accepted in America a lot because I think a lot of people don't make it right, so it was never introduced properly.
Okay.
So when you eat a really good gnocchi dish, like when we make gnocchi here, I only make it once in a while because it's time consuming. It takes a lot of work.
Yeah.
So to make gnocchi really, to really emphasize it for what it is, a lot of people don't know how to do that,
Okay.
and they present it wrong. So when people eat it, they're not getting the right experience, so they kind of get turned off to it.
Got it.
But when you have gnocchi done proper, it's fucking
Oh,
amazing.
it's one of my favorite things.
It is
so
delicious.
It is my favorite. All right. Justin, a supporter from Denver, Phoenix. So both
Hey,
areas.
all right.
All right, cool. Get it, Justin. All right. What was the dish you made that made you want to be a chef, and what dish made you and helped you like elevate your career? What was a dish that you felt put you over the top?
When I was young, 16 something, I was in a program, a culinary program that kind of turned me on to this side of the industry. I loved cooking. I always loved food. My father was a chef. My family's a big cooking family. But what got me into the service end of it was a contest I entered as a youth in a junior chef competition in Boston, and I won a dish with my scallop dish that's still on my menu today. So it's seared U10 scallops with a beautifully done risotto, and then a sambuca glaze with candied fennel. And that's something that winning that is what brought me into this is cooking, and now this is competition
chefing.
for myself,
Yeah.
chefing. That right then, back when I was probably 16 years old or something like that, is where I realized it. It took some time from there as well, but that would be the turning point.
That's crazy. And it is, I don't think many people know that dish that's on the menu today was from when you were 16.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
It's
and there's been
around.
other people impersonating her. I've seen scallops and stuff, other ways people add cream. They add their own style. But this is something I did on my own back then. And,
Yeah, and it's
I
still
had
on
no
the menu
business for a
today.
16-year-old to be putting that out.
Try it. Okay. When is the Norfolk Market Deli opening?
Can't tell you. You're going to have
Can't
to tune
tell
in
yet.
for that. We're looking at.
Stay tuned.
We're shooting for the fall here, 2025, September, October, hopefully September.
Granby Street, get ready. Okay.
And we are putting a lot of work into it, and it's going to be amazing.
All right, get ready for that, Mike. Okay, Scott, build me the perfect dinner start to finish, and what wine are you drinking with it?
Perfect dinner. Wow, that's a big question because
big one.
perfect for everybody is different.
For you. I
My
guess this
perfect
is more
dinner
yours.
is
Build
my
me,
perfect
yeah.
dinner to me when I go out is a well-rounded experience as far as covering all bases. I like sea, land, air. I like them all.
Okay.
Right. So for me, a perfect dish would start typically with a seafood. I always like to start with a seafood, something cold, a crudo.
Okay.
Right. With that, I would like a Frangicorta or any type of rosé, preferably a Grenache-based rosé.
Okay.
Non-sparkling. And
First one.
so that would be like a tuna crudo, scallops crudo, or maybe even a seared charred octopus, something like that. Start. Moving on, I'm going right into pasta. I like a pasta course as my next course, small one, something that isn't really meat-based, something a little bit more tomatoey, something light, or if they have a light ragu, maybe a duck or a lamb, something like that. And with that, I'm going with a Barbera right out the gate. I'm going to go something of Barbera or a Nebbiolo, but on the lighter side, like a Gattinara or something like that. Moving into the dinner, it's going to be something big like you. I want a nice hearty steak, a piece of veal. I want some lamb. I want something big. That's perfect for me. Going from the sea to the land, and then with that duck being in the air, in that pasta, try and incorporate that somewhere. If there's no steak or if it's something like that, I do like a good roasted chicken or a pheasant or something like that.
Yeah. That's
perfect to me. And again, I'm going to go with a Brunello, depending on the meat, or a Nebbiolo in the Barolo range or something like that. That to me is my perfect. If I'm going to go French, depending on the bird, the game, I do like a Chateau Noir du Pape.
Okay.
And that's that.
All right, so you were talking so much, I need you to put your code back
Okay.
in to get your phone back on. I was wrapped up in the food. It timed out on me.
All right, here we go.
Give me it back.
All right, here we
This is
go.
what you
That was a
get.
good question.
Okay, good question. That was actually a great question.
Scott
That's fun.
Danner,
Good job,
thanks for that
Scott.
question.
We appreciate you. All right, so this is for Janine. So there's a couple questions. One, have you ever created a dish that totally flopped? What was it?
Yes, a million. Here's the deal. I can't tell you what it is because there's been a lot. And the only way to succeed and get better is to fail first. So I have a lot of failures to get to where I was. And what I mean by failures is it probably didn't meet my palate. It might have met someone else's and been happy with it, but it didn't meet mine.
Okay.
So a lot of them flopped before it even got to the table with
Okay.
me. That's why
Nobody
I
else tried
learned,
them.
I've designed a system for myself many years ago that when I make my specials, I create them in my head, I put them on paper, I get my ingredients. Never do I put one on the menu and taste it first.
Yeah,
Okay?
you always do it
So the
without
first, right,
tasting.
the first time I make my specials is when the first customer rings it in.
Yeah.
So, has that ever flopped before and I pulled it off? Yes, but I can't really recall what it was.
an
But it has
experience.
happened. So,
Okay. All right.
I'm pretty good now at managing where I'm at. So, yes, Janine, that's Janine, right?
This is Janine. Yeah.
So, yes, I
Okay.
have flopped on a couple.
Well, her other question: have you ever had a meltdown in the kitchen, Gordon Ramsay style?
Yes. Absolutely. You don't get to where you are by managing without having to do that. These are all steps. These are parts of the course.
Yeah.
They're all part
Okay.
of it. So I did throw I threw a hot pizza at someone, that came out of the brick oven wrong, and it was, ripped in the middle, and I just took it off the peel and threw it across the room, and it wrapped across and burnt them and all that shit. So
Oh,
fuck 'em.
good. Okay.
But anyway,
fun.
yeah, there's a lot of things. Yes, that happens all the time.
Okay.
Not
Well,
anymore, but it did.
Okay, it did. If your life had a soundtrack, what would your theme song be during dinner service?
Oh shit! It depends on the night and the service. What'd you say?
Skylar said, "Back that ass up."
Back that ass up.
Call me Big Daddy when you. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot. Junior. There's a lot of songs. It depends on the mode and the minute. I probably everything
Throw
from
that ass in a circle.
crazy train from Ozzy to Danzig Mother
To all of
to
them.
throw that ass in a circle to don't stop and get it. I don't
I
know.
like
There's
all
all
of
kinds
those.
of stuff.
Okay, they're all good. And lastly, if your kitchen could talk, what would it say about you?
This
We'll use
motherfucker's
this
crazy.
kitchen. Yeah, this kitchen's
This motherfucker's crazy.
The first kitchen has a different.
The first kitchen
voice.
was this guy's a criminal.
Yeah.
This one's just this guy's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So-
That's perfect. All right, Janine, thank you. Okay, so this is Pamela. I would be interested in knowing how one is able to secure an investor in order to grow their business. Also, at times, I lose the inspiration. So, what's the inspiration?
That's a good one, Pam. So Pam's a good friend too. Great comment, great
Yeah,
question.
that one's good.
Securing an investment is very hard in the restaurant business because it depends on why they're trying to invest in you. If you can sell yourself to the investor, that's one thing, but the investor has to have something in it for themselves, her or he has to have something in it for them. So typically that's monetary. Secondly would be clout.
Okay.
Reputation.
Yeah.
So a lot of people use their money for clout, and a lot of investors, unfortunately, go into the restaurant business looking for some sort of clout. So if you have to have something interesting enough for an investor to want to be part of, meaning they're going to get financial gain back firstly, and secondly, they have to have something cool enough to make them look like the investor, quote unquote. They have to look like the guy or the girl who's behind the scenes. So create something that is enticing and people will want to invest in it. When you lose inspiration, what I do is I travel and I go to other chefs, friend or foe. I'll go to restaurants I don't like to remind myself of why I don't like it and what I'm doing is right. That's number one. And then I also go to other restaurants that are really good to inspire me to step my game up.
Okay. I like all of those. So, and we actually did do a whole investor episode in season 1. So if you go back to season 1 too, you can listen to that because that was a whole episode just on that. So that was all the ones on yours.
Okay.
All right, so we'll move to the Instagram questions from
Okay,
our
let's do
Burnt
it.
Hands Perspective Instagram page. So the first question, and you can answer this however you see fit. Why is Tony so damn sexy?
God damn it. What happened was,
Why-
I have nothing to do with that.
You had nothing to do with it.
I have nothing to do with
No,
that. That's all my parents, I guess. I have nothing to
Okay.
do with that. I don't know
All
what the hell
right.
to tell her. That's a question. I guess it's funny. I don't know.
And that's Brooke, so you know Brooke. And
Well, I
Brooke's-
appreciate the
she is fun.
compliment, but
Thanks,
I don't
Brooke.
know. I have nothing to do with that. Thank my
love you,
mom and my
girl.
dad for that.
Okay, all right. Had to do that one. That was just one that I was like, she put it on there to be a smart ass, and I was like, no, I'm totally asking that question just to
It could
see.
just be the cosmos lining up. You know what I mean?
It could be. All right. So, and then this is another one kind of in that realm from our boy Casey over at Born United, which is really funny.
Okay, I guess it's gonna be a good
Unrelated
one.
comment, but very important to him to get this answer. 2-part comment.
All right.
First question.
Buckle the fuck in. I can guarantee this is going to be a good one.
First question, ass or boobs?
Ass all day.
Casey, you have to let us know if you agree with this too. And 2, so this is one for the guys out there. this will be entertaining. All right. If said female is gorgeous, talking 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
Eyes, smile, great credit score. Glad you put that in there. But is an absolute psycho, like a stage 5 clanger, might have a drinking problem and has 2 different baby daddies. Is she still worth taking to bed?
Well,
Controllers.
my question is this.
I told you it was going to be a good one.
This is a two-part. This is a two-parter.
So bad.
This is a two-parter.
And this,
Do you
like
know
we said, this was Ask Me Anything, so this is literally anything.
Do you know this stuff about her before you take her to bed?
Okay.
That's the question.
Okay.
If the question is yes, fuck no, run.
Run.
Run. It ain't worth it. Ain't no
Run.
fucking ass or pussy worth it.
Not at
Trust
all.
me, it ain't worth it. Go get the fuck out of there. Let them be crazy and pretend it never happened. Number 2, pretend you don't know about it and take her to bed and fuck shit out of her and then deal with the crazy. Number 3, you don't know about it and then you get victimed. And then you get wrapped into that shit. And now you're pussy blackmailed. And now that's a whole nother problem.
That's a whole hashtag.
That's a whole
That's
hashtag.
a whole
So-
hashtag.
So now you're in
blackmailed.
trouble. So the
Ladies,
best suggestion for me in my age now, learning life,
Finally.
back the fuck off of
Finally.
that crazy bitch.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
what I'm saying.
Okay.
Because she may be a 10 in bed, but she might be a 1 when it comes to your mentalness and what's the
Your
fuck's
mental
going to
health.
happen after.
Yeah, mental health
So
matters.
Go with what you know and get the fuck away from the crazy bitches. 10 or not, I don't give a shit.
Bitches be crazy.
Hey, listen, that's a Trojan horse. You know what I'm saying? That's a Trojan horse. She comes in all pretty and shit, and so you don't know what's inside that
It's a
motherfucker.
Trojan pussy.
Right, exactly. But,
Sorry,
I'm telling you,
I
like in
just-
Troy. They put in with
Like
this
in
beautiful
Troy.
Trojan horse. They brought it in. Everything was cool. But when they let the emotions out the inside of that thing, it killed the whole
It
fucking
killed
world.
everybody.
Fuck
that
that.
is a good. Okay.
Yeah, and I know Trojan horses for me.
Okay. All right.
That's it. Good question, dude.
Thank you, Casey. You're awesome. Thanks for bringing the life to the party. All right. So now we're gonna go back the other direction, back to the restaurants.
Okay, let's reel it back.
All over the fucking
Let's
place.
reel it back in.
All right. Have you ever had a thoroughly unpleasant customer you could not please, and how do you deal with a situation like that? Now, this happens a lot. I've been witness to it, and I've also been on the other side of it. So you go ahead with yours.
Yes, we have it
first.
often. It happens a lot, and nowadays I just ignore it. I don't care.
Yeah.
If you don't like everything that's been done right, there's a question here. Was it done right with the team here? 9 times out of 10, yes.
Yes.
If they're still unruly, get the fuck out. Don't come back. There are so many people that want to enjoy life and enjoy time, and I don't want to.
Yes.
I don't need your toxicity. My team doesn't need your toxicity. We are all professionals. We all love what we do.
Yeah.
And if you are unruly or you don't like what you like or you are demanding, then get the fuck out. Period.
Yep. I've
Just
heard
get
you
out.
say that.
Don't come back.
Yeah.
I will escort you nicely out the door,
Somewhat nicely.
somewhat.
Depends on
Nicely
the
enough doesn't mean I
situation.
don't touch you. You know what I mean?
Sometimes.
I didn't say the verbal wording out the door
No.
isn't going to be any better.
No.
But listen, I don't care.
Get out.
So
Get the fuck out.
that's how I deal with it. We don't let it consume us. We don't overthink it. We just walk it
just
off.
cut it off.
Get out. Bye. We have proper things to do here. We don't have
Yeah.
time for your shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Life is too short.
No, exactly.
Life is short.
Yeah.
You're here to enjoy yourself, and so is everybody else. No one wants to hear your problems.
No.
Especially if they're done. Now, if they're not done right, we wouldn't have this. It wouldn't escalate because
Yeah.
we would fix the problem.
Exactly. Okay.
Usually, it's the person 100% of the time.
Yeah, it's usually. I mean,
Being
if
a
someone,
dick or a douche.
some people go out looking for that kind of situation, like they go out to make trouble and they want to
Yeah.
just bring
they just
their
bitch all the
bullshit.
time. They don't care.
They don't
Right.
care where they're at. Doesn't matter. So I think restaurant owners and service staff need to stop taking it personally because they're going to do that to anybody.
Right.
It's not you. It's not the restaurant. They're going to do it to anybody. It's how they act on the regular. Their parents didn't raise them right.
Opposite of what Kevin
Yeah.
Hart said. Your bullshit is not my bullshit.
Is not my bullshit, but your bullshit is my bullshit.
Right.
So it's a whole situation. So just tell them, good, don't pay, just fucking leave, don't come back.
Right.
Because
Beat it.
probably anyone around them knows that they're an idiot anyways, and they're not going to take their word for it. So that's fine. All right, so we are moving to the other Instagram questions. Some of these are more on the level, so we'll get
All right,
out of
let's go.
our
Let's get it.
debauchery for a
I
second.
like the debauchery, though.
I know it is fun. All right, if you had to give, this is Danny, Chef D, if you had to give anyone advice in our industry from your experiences, what would that be?
Listen. Stop acting like you know everything at a young age. Listen.
Yeah.
Okay? Listen.
Yep.
Pay attention. Ask questions. Be repetitive in the knowledge you have. Don't just own it, walk away from it, and act like you have it. Actually utilize it.
All right, that's a good one. All right, so Melvin, what was your first memory that solidified your love of food?
Growing up in food.
Yeah.
Growing up. There's no first memory. It was all a memory.
Yeah.
It was all memory. So I come from a very, very food influenced family, and if they weren't and didn't know it,
Yeah.
I felt it growing up. So the Italian traditions in the household were amazing. I love them. And that was my influence, is to continue on with that for my own reasoning. They may not have known that was even happening. They could have just been eating dinner. But for me, it was very influential from when I was little.
Okay, so that's good. All right, so this is Evan. So we love Evan. All right. Best dining experience you've ever had? Do you have I have one that was like a standout because it was different.
I can't answer that. I've had so many fucking pleasurable experiences over food because that's where I go to. That's my happy place. So I don't have one. I have a bunch that are so fucking good, but it depends on the person, the people, the time, the timing, what was going on, the food itself. There's a lot of reasons to judge that. Overall, I've had too many amazing meals with amazing people to say there's one that's outweighs the other.
Okay. I'm going to go with New Orleans because that was probably one of my top meals.
Really?
So, yeah, that was Chef Philip Lopez, who used to be here with me at Club Soda. Went down there, saw him, and he did a very different style, one seating a night type service.
Sure.
And it was, 15 dishes, a little more on the molecular side.
Right.
But everything had flavor and was quality meat, like had a lot of substance to it. It wasn't like the frou-frou, whatever. And they had the wine pairings, and that was probably one of the most different experiences where literally every dish was good. So I think those are hard because sometimes you get the ones that just fail and they're just like too much.
Yeah.
Everything he did.
Well, that's good that you can pinpoint
so
that.
I can pinpoint that. And I mean, there's a lot of.
So there was a lot everything,
of good
all the things that went around it is what made it happen. And I could think of one restaurant that I liked that and it's not crazy because you would think being a chef, it'd have to be a Michelin crazy. And those are fucking amazing too, don't get me wrong. But I'd have to say that one of my favorite restaurant experiences was my first time going to Fiola Mare in D.C. in Georgetown. That's an amazing Italian restaurant, but just the food and how it came out the first time I went there was a really good twist on how I've never really seen it before, and it was delicious, and I loved it, and it inspired me.
Okay, all right, cool.
Amongst many other.
All right, so let's go. Mario, what's the ideal ratio of semolina to 00 flour for pasta? Do you have an ideal ratio?
Well, here, good question right there. That's different because everybody makes pasta differently, but there's only so many ways you can make fresh pasta. Now, we're going to talk about two different things real quickly. I know we're on time, but this is a good point to make when it comes to making.
We got 3 more questions after this.
Okay,
We're going to get through them.
We got them. So when you're making pasta, you're either using an extruder or by hand at home, or using a little hand spun or a KitchenAid attachment. Let's go with that. Let's go with what people are making at home with a 00. I don't use 2 flours.
Okay.
They're 2 different courses, which means they're going to absorb liquid differently at different speeds.
Okay.
And you're going to overwork one to match the other. This is what I found out in my time. So if I use 00 flour, it's all 00 flour. You're going to get a fluffy, silky, really nice, unworked thing.
Okay.
If you're going to use semolina only, you're going to need some sort of extruder with pressure to really break down those. Semolina is a lot more coarse. It has a lot more. It needs a lot more pressure to absorb liquid quickly without overworking the dough. If you use semolina, you have to sift it through with your flour. So if you're going to use 00, sift it through a sifting, and then take your semolina, sift it the same way.
Okay.
Typically, it's 2-2, half. Okay. 2 eggs, 2 cups of flour, half teaspoon of oil, half teaspoon of salt.
Now we need to do an episode on just pasta, apparently.
Okay, so if you're using a cup of semolina and a cup of 00, your semolina flour is not going to absorb as fast as the 00. Pay attention. And you're going to have a chewier, more rubbery type of product in the end because that semolina is going to work against the 00.
Okay.
The 00 is going to absorb all your egg and all your oil first, and then whatever's less going to go into semolina, and you have to use a lot of pressure and a lot of rolling or kneading to get that semolina to accept the 00 flour as fast. So my recommendation to you is go with one or the other, and if you're making stuff at home with a rolling pin and going through a machine or a cutter or a fucking pasta machine, go with one or the other. You don't have enough force and pressure to match the semolina with your 00.
Okay.
You'll get a much more consistent product if you typically just go with 00 at home.
We just go and do a pasta episode soon.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my opinion. That's my experience. That's my advice. People can look at me and say it's wrong. Well, cool.
All
right on.
So these last few are fun, so they'll be quicker. All right, so bikers across the nation, what is the most inspiring place you've ever eaten?
I think I just mentioned that with
kinda
Fiola
did,
Mare was
yeah.
a good one. Well, again,
Inspiring is a little different
yeah,
from favorite
yeah.
meal, though,
No, it's a good
so-
question because, like I said, chefs will pinpoint one thing and say it because it
Yeah.
remembered them. But for me, it's not that easy. I've been around the world and I get inspired easily by a lot of places. So
You go back to Italy
I
regularly.
go to Italy
so
for
you get
inspiration.
there.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
it's a specific restaurant.
yeah, that's
I
hard to
can't
say.
I can't say, but inspiration comes to me in the whole experience. So I'd have to say going back to Italy, or anywhere indigenous to where I'm looking. If I'm in Hawaii, I'm eating indigenous product
You
to
want what's
Hawaii.
there. Yeah,
I get
okay.
inspired by that.
Okay. All right. This is one. Patrick, all right, so this is for me. It's of all of my varied careers, what was my favorite and why?
And this goes to you.
So we've had again, you've had different careers. I mean,
Sure.
I've just had a lot of different careers.
But you excel in all of them, so it's a good question.
Well, they all came together for this, so it kind of all came together. But I mean, most of you know, I mean, I was in restaurants for a long time, design, television, media, and now marketing. And honestly, I think and the reason we're doing this show, the restaurant business was my favorite because it was the one that I felt the most energized and the most
Yourself.
complete myself. You don't have to put on a front. You can stand behind the bar and be a smartass. You can, but you're making people happy and you get different interactions every night and it's not as monotonous. Even though the tasks are monotonous, the people aren't.
Right.
So it was something that always kept me excited and I never
It's
felt
like
run down by
surfing.
it.
No wave is the same.
No, it's never the same, and it's always a good time. So, out of literally, being on live television, yes, that's an amazing career. Was it my absolute favorite? No. So that's probably weird to most people because they probably think that's the coolest thing, but it's not. So probably the restaurant. So Patrick, just answering that.
Good one.
Another one, Patrick, is for you, which this one is actually pretty funny. If you weren't a restaurateur, what would you be doing? As a career.
I'd be fucking riding my motorcycle and raising hell. End of story.
Is that a career?
Yes.
Okay, that's your career.
It may not have a good long-term plan, but
May not have a 401k.
If I
but
wasn't
we're-
in the restaurant world, what would I be doing for a career? Motorcycle something. I'd be working on bikes, doing mechanicals on
Doing
bikes.
something.
Would do motorcycles, customizing, building, selling, rebuilding. I'd probably be locked into the
You'd
motorcycle
be doing
world.
more in the motorcycle space.
Yes,
Okay.
yep.
All right. Well, that one. All right. So we're going to go to the burnt hands one. The other one on this was people that are kind of newer to the show don't know our lineage. So it was, what was your first impression in 1999 when we met each other of how either crazy or stupid we were at that time?
I don't know if I can nail the impression one.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could do that, but I remember when we first met, we were both very active as far as just being very outgoing.
Yeah.
Worked hard, worked a
Slightly.
lot. So I think we clicked really fast right away. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And that was that. I mean, we became friends very quickly and had a respect for each other the whole way through. And we've always maintained that. And here we are. I think it's a good question, but I don't think
a lot of people, mine was more your sense of humor because a lot of people don't see that as much because you're
Same
at
with
work
you,
and you're
yeah.
serious all the time and we always have to be serious and professional. So total goofball. Doesn't take much
Yeah.
seriously. I don't take much seriously, but we cover it up well.
you got serious and we were young. We were in our early 20s when we met.
Yeah, 20.
Yeah, 20. So, I mean, that was, I don't even want to say how long ago. That was a long time ago.
a long time ago.
30
All
years
right.
or something,
So
right?
we got basically 3 last questions. So we're going back to the Facebook really quick. Sam, I am. So my friend told me when I got into the biz, if you get to the 9-month point, you're in it for the long haul. What point did you realize you were in it for the long haul?
When I realized I couldn't do much else with such ease.
Okay.
Meaning, I was in it for a long time and I just thought it was a job. I left the industry and I couldn't make it right. I couldn't make ends meet. I was doing stuff. I was getting myself in trouble. I ended up doing things that you probably shouldn't be doing. Ended up going to jail. I've had all kinds of shit that happened wrong when I wasn't in the kitchen.
So it kept
So
you
when I got back into it is when I realized this is where I'm supposed to be.
Focused.
So I think I realized it, Sam, to answer that question, I realized it when I wasn't in it, not when I was.
Oh, okay. That's a good way to put it. I like that. All right. So, Stephen, right. My big question is that some of my friends have as well, and this is good for bartenders to weigh in on the bottom too. going to a bar and sitting down and getting a drink, and your bartender is just going to assume that you're going to sit on your phone. Same goes for dinner. The whole time for your entire experience, the bartenders don't have any communication with you after dropping your drink off. Are restaurants concerned about this as customer service, or is it the new norm?
Oh, good question.
Yeah.
I think it is the new norm. And I think that's just society. And I think, Stephen, I think the best way for anyone to interact is to literally, sometimes people have to be told what to do.
Yeah.
And I think if you look right at the bartender, any bartender would be cool and find you to be intriguing.
If you
were to just say, hey, listen, tell me a little bit about yourself, man. I don't need to pry or anything, but I just don't want to be on my phone. I'd rather have a personal experience. If I'm, and if I'm, you can do that in a way of not feeling like you're trying to hit on a woman if she's a bartender or prying into a man's life. It's quite simple.
Yeah.
Just say, hey, listen, I'm not a phone guy, man. You don't have to get crazy with it. But I think a lot of bartenders are so used to being ignored that they are programmed to not talk to people and bother them anymore. I don't believe that's a problem of the fucking bartender. I think it's a problem of the guest. And you, Stephen, are a victim of it because when you go there, the bartender is just now so used to being a certain way that it's falling on you.
Yeah.
And I think that's the problem. So I think if you break the cycle with them, you're going to find 9 times out of 10 that they're going to be kind of like, oh, you want to talk.
Well, most people do want to, but I mean, I've been in that situation too, where I will literally put my phone face down and sit there with them and wait and try and have a conversation. Like I'll keep trying to interject or ask questions and they don't want to talk.
Well, here's another thing.
As a bartender, having a bartender who is not sociable and trying to make you feel like a more whatever valued guest or whatever the conversation is, frustrates the hell out of me.
And here's a problem I have. When I go out, I'm social.
Yeah.
If I travel, I go to bars. If I'm in a hotel, I hang out at the bar place. If there's a good-looking bartender, a woman, right? I'm sure it works the same way for you guys with women.
Yeah.
When there's a good-looking bartender, I'm not always trying to fuck you.
Not
you know what I mean? Not
trying
every
to.
guy is trying to fuck you every single time. Look, you're beautiful. Got it.
Yeah.
You're cool. Got it. I've been around. I've had my share of beautiful women. Blah, 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 blah. But just because you're beautiful and I'm sitting at the bar doesn't mean I'm talking to you because I'm trying to fuck you or I'm trying to take you home or I'm trying to bring you upstairs in my room.
Yeah.
It's not the case.
Just trying to have an actual conversation.
A lot of women bartenders, especially now, don't give you the time of day. They don't want to talk to you. They just walk away as if everything you're doing is trying to talk. You're trying to hit on them. I'm not.
Okay.
So relax.
Relax, and I think you have to initiate it on both sides. But I like the suggestion. Just tell them, I don't want to be on my phone tonight. What you got? All right, so last question. We're going to go with Krista. So how do you stay innovative and fresh with your menu?
You don't. It's very hard. After doing it for 30 years and after 13 years of specials and after 3 years of this place bringing specials, you do run, the well runs dry, right?
Yeah.
So being innovative, you have to go find it. You have to dig deep down inside and realize what you do. And you always have to remember that people are coming in because of what you offer and you don't have time to stop. Yeah. So it's more driven out of necessity than a lot of times where it's so fun to just paint. You know what I'm saying? We run out of that. You know, it happens with everybody, songwriters, entertainers. We all go through this where we have to put away everybody's expectation of us and find it within ourselves to put it out. And that's when I start getting innovative, is when I start realizing I want to cook tonight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For
so
just the love of doing
can you read
it.
the last part of that question real quick?
No, I closed it. Hold on. Yeah, just how you stay innovative and fresh with your menu. So that's
So it's not as easy as you think. So staying innovative and fresh is within yourself. You have to always, I have to, not you. I have to always remind myself that people are coming here because of what it is we do. And that's what drives me. That's what keeps me innovative, is like, okay, I got to stay up with that. I have to stay up with that.
All right.
Or else I become irrelevant, and that's no good.
That's good. So this is, the first AMA-style podcast. So
yeah, we can keep going.
Should we do this again?
Absolutely.
You guys have to let us know. Like, should we do it again? Make a comment. We'll put up another thing for next season. Maybe we can try and do one a season.
Yeah, let's do it. But you know what I think would be fun, too, is if we get some interaction. Like, as always, hit subscribe and follow and like and share and all that stuff, that we like it. But if you could, we'd like to do this live. It would be fun to have people calling in.
Actually, that would be fun. Or doing it live in the actual restaurant. where
Doing
we
it
have
live,
an
right.
actual crowd here, like doing
Yeah.
it and having people shout out questions.
Yeah, that would be
There
fun.
were a lot more questions. We can't get to them all because we can't go on for hours. I mean, we could, but
will
we're
do
gonna,
another-
we'll
we'll
do
do
another
another
one. We had another like 10 questions that we didn't get to, so we'll do those in the next one. But yeah, if you send them in, I think it was fun.
It's just
this
fun.
is a
It's
little
great.
bit different.
And it's a little more personable,
Yeah.
and you get to see my point of view as a chef when you come in here. A lot of people have these questions. I get questioned every day.
All the time.
And I'm surprised nobody asked me the fucking real question everybody asks
What
all the
real
time.
question?
What does a chef, what do you eat?
Where do you eat?
Where do
Yeah.
you eat? Or what do you cook at home?
Yeah,
Do you like to
I'm
cook at
actually
home?
surprised that didn't come up. That's shocking.
No, I don't cook at home. I try not to cook at home ever. I don't like to. And there's a reason why. I'm so used to having a team behind me, a phenomenal team. But I can't cook at home anymore because that means I got to clean and mess. Yeah, I got to shopping. No. Fuck all that.
Oh, all right. Well, that was it. We did it.
All right. Sounds good.
Boom. Oh, we missed.
Oh, we missed.
God, that was really
That
bad.
was bad. Yeah, we suck at that. We need to
We
work.
haven't even been drinking. That's the sad part.
that's the problem.
That
That's the
is
problem.
the problem. Yeah, that's all right.
All right, listen. Appreciate you
Tequila.
all. Check us out. Keep it going. Thanks for the 1 year of awesomeness. And
Yeah.
ciao for now.